Ja, da sind wir auch wieder. Und ihr seht's, ich habe schon was vorbereitet. Halt. Es war das Teil, ja. Was ich nicht gesehen habe. Und das hier muss jetzt nur noch einmal so gedreht werden und fertig ist. Ja. Ich bin manchmal...
There's another star here. Was
Ah,
the first star waiting for this one?
ich bin manchmal ein ziemlicher Trottel. Tut mir leid. Ah, komm. Beweg dich. Und... Platsch. Oh! Oh. Na dann. Ja.
Oh, wait, how the...
Another house in Mondstadt?
What are we doing in my house?
Hey.
Your house? This is your house?
My, how unexpected. I heard Lady Magistus lived a modest life. But this abode...
Look at the labels on these books on the ground. Only one of its kind? 990,000 mora? Hey, that's super expensive!
There are so many expensive-looking hardcovers over here. So this is what an astrologist's room looks like.
The rooms are exquisitely designed. This place must be very expensive.
Mona, du bist so reich? Es ist meine Schuld, dass ich das nicht erkannt habe. Naja, also Mona ist nur so halbreich, würde ich mal sagen. Ja, sie hat ein hohes Einkommen, aber sie kann nicht mit Geld umgehen. Deshalb, ja.
Hey, I'm just occasionally out of mora, that's all. I never said I was a pauper. You're not? Oh, so what about those times I treated you to meals and had you over to my place for dinner?
Mein Fräulein, mind your phrasing.
Thou wert blessed with the coveted opportunity to enter the palace of the Immanok Reich and meet with the Kaiser and Kaiserin der Verurteilung. Or hast thou conveniently forgotten this magnificent occasion? Oh, yes! The stew and cold cuts your mother made were heavenly. I could go for some more of that right now.
Lady Magistus, this is not the time for such things.
Is that Mondstadt cuisine? I want to try some. I heard Mondstadt has lots of local delicacies, especially meat dishes.
Then I shall extend to you the honor of meeting the Kaiser and Kaiserin with me on a future occasion. Really? Hey, we should go too!
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I visited a friend's house. I shall gladly oblige. Oh, but shouldn't we bring some sort of gift?
Those two are very kind and understanding, so please, don't worry about that. Just bring yourselves.
You seriously have to try her mom's cold cut platter. It's her specialty or something. Anyway, it's simply delightful.
Not to interrupt, but perhaps we should start working on the puzzle at hand? Ever since I entered this place, I have found myself most preoccupied with that ornament.
Oh, right.
Ja. Nein, wir schauen uns jetzt natürlich erstmal hier ein bisschen um. Ist doch klar. Ja, also sie ist nicht wirklich... Oh! Ah, das wollte ich nicht. Nein. Kann ich nochmal zurück? Nein.
Astrologists are able to understand the most complex signs among the stars. And because of this, they are not allowed to show any arrogance. If one believes that astrology grants them unlimited power, they will face banishment by the stars. In the past, I was ignorant enough to think that I understood all fates in the universe. Maybe it was some form of punishment. You should not get confused. If you should become confused one day, not even astrology will be able to help you then. That's what the old hag said. We astrologists can't predict our own fate. But today, those words seem to carry a different meaning.
Ja. Mann, das tut mir leid. Wir müssen mal sehen, ob ich da nochmal zurückkomme. Ansonsten... ich bin mit meinem Hauptaccount noch nicht so weit, also können wir das Ganze auch, ja, da machen. Also kann ich ja mal von da aus zeigen. Ja, okay, der Stern scheint weg zu sein. Ja, das ist jetzt doof. Ansonsten, ich find's komisch, wie sie Kaiser und Kaiserin ausgesprochen haben. Ich meine, Kaiser ganz normal, aber Kaiser war irgendwie so Kaiserin. Als würde man da wirklich mal auf den Gender-Knacks aufpassen. Ja, das Zeug heißt Gender-Knacks. Wer sich den Namen ausgedacht hat, hatte auch einen Knacks, meiner Meinung nach. Aber das ist eine andere Geschichte. Und passt einfach mal drauf auf. Oder hört da mal zu. Niemand kümmert sich darum. Alle, denen Gendern ach so wichtig ist, die gendern generell gar nicht. Die sagen einfach, die benutzen einfach nur die weibliche Form. Aber es ist schon irgendwie komisch zu hören, dass da jemand Kaiserin sagt. Naja. Aber gut, ich bin ja sowieso kein Freund von diesem ganzen Gender-Bums. Weil das meiste ist sowieso nur fehlgeleitete Identitätspolitik, die nur das Ziel hat, zu spalten, aber nicht zu verbessern. Nö, mit den Sachen kann ich auch nichts machen. Hä? Ich bin jetzt gerade ein bisschen überfragt, was ich genau tun soll. Folge den Anweisungen der Sterne ans Ziel, ja, aber... Also ich sehe hier keine Anweisungen von irgendetwas. Und ich kann hier halt auch nur laufen, also nicht rennen, nicht springen, gar nichts. Oh. Tss. Ich bin hier aber
I
schon.
understand now that people won't always follow a beacon's guiding light. Even though the way forward may be dark and dangerous, they will still resolutely forge ahead.
Okay. Mehr hast du nicht zu sagen? Oder? Ja gut. Da muss ich mir wieder was ausdenken. Och nö. Nicht schon wieder. Keine Ahnung, warum ich jetzt auch so hoch laufen kann. Also. Ja. Oder hier? Ah, hier geht's weiter.
Fate is called such precisely because it cannot be altered or reversed.
Ah.
I understand the governing laws of the universe and have glimpsed secrets between heaven and earth. Observing it is enough for me. There's no need to... There are no perfect legends and no heroes that can save everyone. Instead of dwelling on my helplessness, what I is seize my own destiny.
Okay. Jetzt sind wir also wieder hier.
What a magnificent view!
Lady Magistus, I believe this is the firmest evidence yet of your immense genius. You truly are the greatest archmage in the history of the Immonokreich.
Thank you. Although the Immonokreich really doesn't have that much of a history.
Stars like diamonds and the moon like a pearl. This is the most brilliant night sky I've ever beheld.
It's beautiful. To call up such a mirage, Mona must have a vast and boundless sea of stars in her heart.
Mona, was ist los?
Oh, I'm just thinking. These must be the things that we aspire to. This night sky is incredibly beautiful. In fact, I might go so far as to say it's even more beautiful than what I usually see in divinations. All the stars are in their rightful place. This is definitely my mirage. Only here can I see extraordinary sights like these.
Extraordinary? Why do you say that?
You know, the night sky of Tevat is truly marvelous. All the answers in the world seem to have been hidden within. When is my missing son going to be found? Do they love me or not? Will I ever recover? As your stars move across the sky, they record all your life events in their path. And among all the people in the world, a considerable number will see their stars deviate from their path. When your stars are on track, it means you will be healthy, happy, and at peace. Conversely, if your stars go off track, everything will get worse. The starry sky in my divinations would never look as perfect as this. Some stars would lose their way, and others would fall. I wish everyone could be happy and stay on track. To this end, I offer advice and tell the truth. I know it's useless. All fates are already revealed in the night sky, with mine too, just another among them. I can't change anything. Even so, outside of astrology, outside of the words of truth, I still cling to the wisp of an irrational fantasy. We must all live within the confines of reality, but call me presumptuous. But I still believe in miracles. In this vast sea of stars, there are stars for you, for me, for everybody. What are the chances of one star encountering another? Are these encounters not the most wonderful miracles in all of destiny? I don't know. But within Tevat, the stars in the sky will always have a place for us. Even if astrology is resolutely rational, fate remains arbitrary, cruel, but romantic.
Mona, vorhin schienst du nachdenklich. Mona, du scheinst so nachdenklich. Hast du jetzt etwa die Antwort gefunden?
I think I have figured out what those stars are hiding. Now I will seize my own destiny.
Okay. Fang das Schicksal. Okay. Ach, gibt so ein klassisches Gemälde, wo die Sterne und der Mond auch solche Kringel haben. Aber mir fällt es gerade nicht mehr ein, wie das heißt. Naja, fangen wir unser Schicksal ein. Das ist ja jetzt einfach. Okay. Na?
There was a transparent bird made of crystal. It was beautiful and fragile and could sing the most beautiful songs. But since mortals couldn't see it, they believed it to be a trick. How could a transparent bird possibly exist, let alone sing? When the bird heard that, it flapped its wings and flew across mountains and seas all the way to the night sky, where it turned into a star. Its brilliance was so dazzling that it illuminated everyone. It allowed all those that could see it to follow its light through the dark night, to sail through the seas under the guidance of the stars. It was born in wisdom, but trapped in ignorance. It has never voiced a complaint, for this is its destiny. Guiding people to see their destinies is the very meaning of its existence.
We're back here again! So, are we completely out of the mirage?
How strange. My mirage didn't contain any hints on the Tui or the machine. Does that mean they had nothing to do with these mirages after all? Or perhaps these mirages are a mere consequence and not part of a process at all?
Paimon's lost!
I mean, these mirages were not steps toward solving the mystery, but rather a direct effect of whatever's going on. Someone did something to bring the mirages into being. As they were just passive side products, it was natural that they couldn't provide us with any useful information.
In other words, those mirages were only about ourselves.
Pure materializations of ourselves. Interesting.
Everyone, maybe we should go back to where this whole thing began. During our first day on the island, the Traveler and I checked out the Fatui camp together. We found a strange machine there, as well as some disoriented Fatui.
Ja, das stimmt.
The researcher who spoke to us claimed that the machine was just a Fatui industrial invention. He even promised to not disturb us.
Right, right! And the Cappy Cap guy looked half asleep the entire time. He kept talking nonsense.
I wonder, is it possible that madness and mirages are two different outcomes of the machine's influence? If so, everything can be traced back to that damaged machine. Except for the difference in how it affects people. This, I believe, is caused by differences between the affected people themselves.
Oh. When you put it that way, it is indeed difficult to distinguish dreams and hallucinations. So what you're saying is, the device affected us differently because we are different from the Fatui.
Yes, and according to our observations over these past few days, I think the difference is that we all have stronger willpower.
Yeah, I can get behind that. People with strong willpower will hallucinate instead of falling into madness. But those who break too easily can't maintain a stable mirage.
In other words, we should go back to the Fatui camp and destroy that machine right away!
No, it should be repaired rather than destroyed.
What Mein Fräulein means is that rashly destroying a machine we do not understand may lead to more serious consequences. It would be better to find a way to repair it first.
Right. It pays to be cautious.
If my guess is correct, that machine is capable of influencing the human brain. So we'd better tread carefully.
So let's go now! There's no time to waste!
Ja. Jetzt haben wir auch diese Herausforderung. Da fällt mir ein, ich weiß noch gar nicht, wie man schildern ist. Durch Abschließen von Reich der Phantome zu erhalten. Okay. Also, jedes Mal, wenn man eine dieser Erkundungen macht, oder wie? Geh und sprich mit Fleischklops. Ja. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Bisschen Zeit haben wir ja noch und... Das ist eine tolle Idee, mit Xiao dahin zu gehen.
Same guy we saw on our first day here?
Yup.
Everyone's gone crazy. Everyone should get out of here. They'll never wake up. But I was right, my precious. You are invincible.
Precious? What's his precious?
A miracle machine. Definitely not impossible.
I think he's referring to that machine. What a drunkard.
Oh, goodness. The smell of alcohol. Mein Fräulein, please allow me to fan the fumes away with my wings.
Excellent. Please, fan them away from me, too.
Mir auch. So, Mädels, vertragen einfach nix.
Certainly.
I've checked the surroundings, but there's no one else here. Isn't that strange? The Fatui is a big organization, but he's the only one left at this camp. What's more, we didn't even see him the last time we were here. Even the larger gentleman from the first time is missing. I think they must be hiding somewhere. As for why they may be hiding, I'm afraid we'll have to ask him.
But he's as drunk as tone-deaf Bard! Should we wait for him to sober up?
Cleanse him with the holy spring of punishment.
What?
Saying Fräulein means to splash him with water.
Ach so, okay.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's try.
Alle holen Wasser aus ihren Rucksäcken und kippen es über ihn.
Hey, he opened his eyes.
Huh?
Hey, are you one of the Fatui? Can you tell us what happened here and what that machine is for?
Fatui? Ha! Fatui! Those blockheads from the administration will regret it now. That's what you get for rejecting my research, forcing me to conduct my research on this deserted island. My precious, my precious.
Why is he crying? Looks like he has a lot of pent-up emotions.
You mocked me and my precious invention. You don't know anything about the future. Only my invention can help us conquer the world. Idiots. Such idiots. Ow! Don't hit me. I won't blow up the lab again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
This man's gone insane. There's no way we can communicate with him.
He wasn't like this when we first met him. It looks like the effects have grown worse, to the point of driving him mad.
My manuscript. My manuscript. Only that can save.
Manuscript? Where is it?
Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
Official, don't yell at him.
Then I'll... Let me try. Kind sir, look at me. Now, tell me, where did you hide your manuscript?
No. No, don't force me to write a report. Go away.
He's completely lost in his own imagination.
Allow me.
Hast du ein Feuerzeug?
Please excuse me.
Zur Überraschung aller stand Kaso einen Moment lang still und dann war von dem Forscher auf dem Boden.
Oh, my butt. My brain is finally starting to work again. It's not a mushy mess anymore.
Can you tell me where you put the manuscript?
The manuscript. The manuscript is in the crack over there.
Finally! Otherwise, I was gonna have to blast some of my loudest rock and roll in his ears.
Kazuha hesitated for a long time before making a move. He's so nice.
Ja. Wie ein Mann, der zu große Move. Also wie gesagt, ich hätte es ja wie bei Godzilla gemacht, hier von Roland Emmerich. Hier, Feuerzeug raus. Wo ist das Manuskript, alter Mann? Beziehungsweise da war es ja, was hast du gesehen, alter Mann? Und ja, ich kann keinen französischen Akzent, sorry. Aber ob jetzt Gojira oder Crack, also Feldspalte, ist ja mehr oder weniger das gleiche, ne?
Everyone, let's search the stone cracks nearby for the manuscript.
Ja, ich würde sagen, wir rein... Okay. Wie Reim und Gesang. Der Forscher war nach Bestrafung durch Kasor kurz wach, fiel bald aber wieder in Ohnmacht. War er bereits vorher ohnmächtig oder wurde er durch den Sturz ohnmächtig? Ich würde sagen, ich werde, was den Namen dieser Folge angeht, oder den Titel dieser Folge, werde ich die erste Hälfte quasi mal unterm Tisch fallen lassen und stattdessen einfach sagen, ich glaube, ich nenne die Folge Genshin Impacts Gollum. Ich meine, kommt schon. Ich kann nicht der Einzige gewesen sein, der bei dem Kerl jetzt Gollum-Vibes bekommen hat. My precious. Oh, das sieht vielversprechend aus.
Found it!
Congratulations! We found the key to solving the problem.
Let me see.
Mona nimmt das Manuskript und liest es
Just as I
sorgfältig.
thought. This machinery, named cognitive mimicry, is capable of altering the state of people's brains. It was invented by the researcher we met earlier. His name is Persakov. According to the manuscript, the Fatui officials did not support Persakov's research. They believed he had taken the wrong path. But Persakov insisted on putting his machine to use. In order to achieve that, he disassembled the machine and used his connections to transport the parts to this deserted island.
How did they find this island? The Fatui's intelligence network is not to be underestimated.
Persakov was dead set on carrying out his experiments on this island. Most of his subjects were junior Fatui soldiers who all signed a waiver beforehand. It looks like they really thought this machine would benefit the Fatui.
How does the machine work?
That's most likely top secret. The manuscript didn't reveal any details, but Persakov did mention that the machine was modeled after the power of a god. Does that mean there's a god connected to these dreamlike mirages and the Fatui found a way to research it? Clearly. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to reproduce the god's power.
Gibt es tatsächlich einen solchen Gott? Ja. Und also, wir wissen nicht, ob es wirklich ein Gott war, aber es würde... Ich habe ja schon mal erwähnt, es erinnert mich sehr an diese ganze Story mit Yelan, ne? Und wenn das so ähnlich wäre jeweils, das wäre schon ziemlich böse. Vor allem, wenn dieser Wahrnehmungsimitator am Ende seiner Entwicklung sogar dazu in der Lage wäre, die Kräfte derjenigen, die in ihm gefangen sind, abzusaugen, eben ähnlich wie das damals der Fall war, wodurch ja auch die Leute dann immer schwächer geworden sind und wahrscheinlich sogar irgendwann gestorben wären. Ja. Erinnert mich auch so ein... Ja, obwohl sowas gab es gerade in Sci-Fi-Geschichten des Öfteren. Wesen, die solche Illusionen erzeugt haben. Aber gerade in Star Trek Voyager, da fallen mir so einige Sachen ein. Ja gut, und natürlich eigentlich jeder Auftritt von Q in jedem Star Trek. Aber Q ist sowieso so eine eigene Sache, ne? Gibt es tatsächlich einen solchen Gott?
Anyway, Persakov's experiment did not go as planned. The machine broke down just days after it was activated. They tried to fix it, but the technologically illiterate Fatui soldiers completely ruined the machine. Even its most important component of all, the crystalline cores, got ejected and disappeared.
A testament to the importance of maintenance in all aspects of life. I believe we can all learn something from this.
Persikov may be a mad scientist, but he didn't want to see his subordinates suffer. Besides, if he didn't solve the problem, he would end up going insane as well. As a last resort, Persikov went out on his own to look for the cores. But he was just a sickly researcher, unfit for the task. He had to give up. Then, Persikov went searching for the soldiers who had gone mad and strayed from the group, and took them to a hidden cave.
I think that was where they were at the day we arrived on this island. Persikov was taking a strong Fatui soldier somewhere.
Yes, it took Persikov all of his strength to get all the missing soldiers into the cave. He tried to snap them out of it with music and poetry, but nothing worked.
We came here once, but there was no one around. Come to think of it, that must have been the day Persikov was busy gathering the soldiers into the cave.
There's good news and bad news written on the last few pages. The good news is, Persikov managed to figure out the location of the crystalline cores by piecing together the snippets of information he could get from the delirious soldiers. The bad news is Persikov failed to revive them and eventually succumbed to the device's influence himself. The last few pages of the manuscript are just unintelligible drunken scribbles. It appears that the responsibility for this issue now falls to my retainers and I.
Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich beim Urlaub Leuten helfen muss. Und dann auch noch den Fatui. Ich fühle mich verantwortlich. Wieso? Du hast eine verdammt komische Form von Verantwortung, Mädel. Aber okay, das wird im Verlaufe der Inazuma-Quest noch schlimmer.
There's a map in the manuscript. The markings should indicate the locations of the crystalline cores.
Okay. Links und rechts. Okay.
We've got no choice but to find the crystalline cores.
Ja. Können wir nicht einfach lang genug mit Xiao hier rumstehen? Dann, zumindest mit Persikov hätte sich dann die Sache geregelt. Ja, ja. Ich und mein schlechtes Karma. Na gut. Ich würde aber sagen, das sind alles Sachen, die wir ein andermal machen. Und bis dahin verabschiede ich mich und sage Gruß, Zynas Fan.